All right, number 29, solve the indicated value. So whenever we have parallel lines, you could do big triangle, little triangle, or you can do part to part, part to part. Because these are parallel lines, we know these parts are in proportion to these parts. Gosh, this one's easy to just see. Y'all divide by 2. That's going to be divided by 2, so it's got to be 6. But I will also set up a proportion so you can see it. 2x equals 12, x equals 6. Gorgeous. Yeah, you don't have to do part to whole. You can do part to part when you have those parallel lines, which is kind of nifty. Alrighty, so again, part to part, part to part. So these two and these two go together. So I'm just going to set it up as 6 over 9 equals x over 6. You could really do either way. There's multiple ways to set this up, y'all. Mine is not the only way. You're just going to get the same answer. 6 times 6 is 36. 9x, x is equal to 4, or y is, or question mark is equal to 4. Same idea. We can do part to part. So I'm going to do this one and this one. This one and this one. All right, it is a half again. You can see it's just a divide by 2, but I've got a variable, so that's a little harder to do. I'm going to do 5 over x plus 2 equals 3 over 6. If you wanted to set it equal to a half, you could. 30 equals, I'm going to go ahead and put that in parentheses so I don't forget to multiply. 3 times x plus 2. So 3x plus 6 equals 30. Minus 6, minus 6. 3x equals 24. X equals 8. And then if I plug this in, x plus 2 is, 8 plus 2 is 10. So that's a divide by 2. That's a divide by 2. Woohoo! We got it right. Just a good way to check. Same idea, part to part. Again, multiple ways to set these up. I'm showing you one way. We're all going to end up with the same answer. So let's see. If I do 3 over 7 plus x, or x plus 7, is 4 over 2x plus 4. Cross multiply. 3 times 2x plus 4. I probably should have put parentheses around all these so I don't forget. Equals 4x plus 7. 6x plus 12 is 4x plus 28. Minus 4x minus 4x. Hope you like algebra, y'all. 2x plus 12 equals 28. Minus 12 minus 12. 2x equals 16. So x is 8. Again, we can plug that in and make sure that makes sense. Let's see. 8 plus 7 is what, 15? And 16 plus 2 is, or plus 4 is 20. So that would be times 5 times 5. Cool. We got it right. All right. Now we could do part whole. Or we could figure out, let's see. I know there's going to be this piece and this piece. Or this piece and whatever that piece is. It's probably the easier way to do it. And then that piece with that piece. All right. So I can go ahead and say my 2x plus 8 over 5x minus 4. Again, one way to set it up, not the only way. How do I figure out that other piece? Well, I'm going to have to do 82 minus 28. 82 minus 28 is 54. So now I don't need that 82 anymore, so I'm crossing it out so I don't forget. And then I did top over bottom, so it's 28 over 54. All right, cross multiply. Cross multiply. This is a lot of math here. 54. 2x plus 8 equals 28. 5x minus 4. If you wanted to reduce this fraction first, so if you wanted to reduce this guy, I think they're both divisible by, what's that, 7? It might make your math a little easier, but it doesn't matter. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. So here I go. 54 times 2 is going to be 108x plus 54 times 8. 432. 28 times 5. 140x minus 28 times 4. 112. Just big numbers to work with, but it doesn't matter. I hate negative numbers, so I'm going to move this 108 to this side instead of the 140. And to save space, I'm also adding the 112 at the same time instead of taking 2 steps. All right, so I just did 2 steps in one. 140 minus 108 is 32x. 432 plus 112 is 544. Divide by 32, divide by 32 is 17. X equals 17. Okay, again, the way that could have been easier. Let's see. What's 28 divided by 54? I don't remember what that's going to reduce to. So divide by 7. What's 54 divided by 7? Nope. 54 divided by 2. 14 over 27. It doesn't reduce any better. I was trying to make this a prettier fraction so it reduces a little better, but I'm not seeing it. That's okay. All right, yet again, let us find this missing piece right here so we can match it with the 28. So 49 minus 28 is 21. 49 minus 28 is 21. So I'm going to get rid of my 49 here. And I'm going to set it up in a proportion with these two. Again, multiple ways to set this up. Yours might not look exactly like mine, but that is okay. Let's see, 28x equals 36.4 times 21. Those decimals are not afraid of you. Do not be afraid of them. I got 27.3. Cool, cool. Let's see, I'm going to do 3 more in this video before that very end down here. All right, again, we can go part. So I've got the 35 and the 25 go with the 4x minus 14 and whatever that is. So 55 minus 25. 55 minus 25 is 30. So many ways to set this up, loves. You can do it however your little boat floats. It might look different from mine, but we will end up with the same solution. 35 over 25. So let's see. 30 times 35 is... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and reduce 35 over 25 because I am feeling lazy right now. So let's see. If I take this 35 over 25, divide both the top and the bottom by, looks like 5, is going to be 7 over 5. So I'm going to change this right here to 7 over 5 because that makes my math a little easier and I don't have to deal with these enormous numbers. 30 times 7 is 210. And now my middle math is easier, right? 5 times 4x minus 14. 10x minus 70 equals 210. So plus 70 plus 70. 10x equals 280. Divide by 10, x equals 28. And it would have been the same if you had used this. I just wanted to show you that if you don't like these enormous numbers, you can reduce those fractions first, and it kind of helps you out. All right. Now this one, I could subtract and figure out this part right here, but why do that when they've given me wholes? So I'm going to go part to whole and part to whole. As long as I'm doing the same thing both times, it doesn't really matter. So if I go part to whole is going to equal part to whole. Again, I'm hating these big numbers. Let's go ahead and take that 20 over 55. So 20 over 55 divided by 5 is going to be 4 over 11. So I'm just going to change that 20 over 55 to 4 over 11. It just makes my life a little bit easier to do some of this math. So let's see, 4 times 7x plus 10 equals 264. 28x plus 40 equals 264. 28x equals, so I said minus 40 on both sides, 224, right? Yeah. Divide by 28, divide by 28. 224 divided by 28 is 8. All right, same thing. We're going to go part to whole on this one. So because this is a part and a whole, I could use some subtraction to figure out the part, but like why, right? So if I make it part over whole, then I'm going to go part over whole. And I'm also going to do part over whatever this whole is, right? So part is 15. Over the whole is going to be 15 plus 35, 40, 50, right? Makes my life just a little bit simpler. Again, you could reduce, 50, not 15, Mayhew. Whew. Go ahead and reduce if it helps you, if you want to. Don't if you don't. I won't do this one just so I can show you both. So 3x times 50 equals 60 times 15. So what's that? 150x equals, I don't know, 60 times 15 is 900. Divide by 150 on both sides is 6. And I can plug that in. I could make that make sense. So 3 times 6 is 18. Make sure that, those proportions still kind of track, right? Going from 35 to 15 and then 48 to 18. All right, let's go ahead and knock this out. 38 through 43. Use the figure at the right to complete each proportion. Okay, I'm going to color code like crazy. A, B. And then I have DE and DF. DE and DF. Well, so that is going to go with AC. Rock on. I guess I could have left it. AB, AB. BC, BC. So that's going to have to be, if it's ED, it's going to have to be DE. Part, right? Whatever you got going, that's where you're keeping it. Okay? FE and CB. So DE is going up like that. So I need to go up on the other side. BA. Cool. AC. AB is going to go with something and DE. So I need the whole one, right? So it did AC, so I need to go DF. Which you're just mirroring each other, okay? So B, CB, EF, so we went across instead, that's okay. CA is going to cross FD. And we're almost done with the study guide. We've got BA from B to A. All right, and then CB went with that, so, ooh, interesting. Okay, so I have FE over CB is going to be this chunk over that chunk, right? So that's a DE or ED because we went from B to A, so I need to go from E to D instead of going down. I need to go up. Cool. I hope that helps. Y'all are going to do great on your test. Email your teacher if you have any questions.